Good morning, everybody, or good afternoon, whenever you plan to watch this video. As you can tell by the title of this video, this has nothing to do with the podcast. Obviously, having to do with the channel. My channel being the Sports Talk Network channel, but I wanted to do a video of my reaction, uh, not actual reaction, because it happened at 2 a.m. Central Time, around 2 a.m., 2:30 Central Time. The announcement of the winner of the 2016 presidential election. But I want to do a video on the election. I think I did a couple of videos, one or two or otherwise, on Donald Trump and on the presidential election earlier in the campaign, on the 2 year. Um, I don't know how else to explain it, but roller coaster ride of a presidential election we had this year, or heading into the 2016 election. I'm dressed up for the occasion, as you can tell, tie, suit. I'm wearing a suit here because it's serious business. When you're talking about the presidency, when you're talking about presidential election, and especially this presidential election specifically. So I wanted to address the occasion. As you guys know, subscribers of mine, whether you're watching this for the very first time, this being your very first video coming to my channel, you'll learn by watching my other videos that I wear more, just casual clothes and whatever, unless maybe it's a pay-per-view prediction or something, then I might dress up a little bit more. Maybe at least the nice dress shirt, but going full suit, let's just say it's going to be few and far between seeing me that way. So I did it a couple times for my Steve's takes for the first take contest, but I want to do it here, like I said, talking about the presidential election, talking about Donald Trump's victory. Sorry about that, but we just wanted to give my thoughts because I had a lot of thoughts, and I stayed up to watch it all the way to the end. To when it was announced, I watched on CBS the announcement of Trump winning. I watched all the other channels afterwards on their coverage of the election and the aftermath, and now this morning, as of right now, I have the TV on mute, of course. Don't want any copyright issues in that way. But right now on mute, I have CNN on my television screen, and I've been hopping from that to MSNBC to CBS or NBC for a short time when they were live with the speech of Hillary Clinton and Paul Ryan as well. But like I said, I was up all the way to the end watching, waiting for the results. It was kind of cool to see, though, my state that I live here in the Badger State, Wisconsin, being a big player in this election. Heading into the 2016 election, Wisconsin, or each state, obviously all states, the 50 states matter. Every vote counts, in my opinion. If you've decided not to vote, if you decide not to vote at all, if you decide to vote for third party, that's your choice. I don't have any issues, qualms, or quarrels about it. I'm not upset with you. It's your decision. Freedom of speech and freedom of choice. And if your choice is not to vote, and if your choice is to vote third party, that's your right to vote to do so, and I respect you for that. Okay? Now, whether I agree or disagree on that front is different, but even there, I respect the decision because everybody has the right to do so. And who am I? A nice guy here on YouTube, but still a random stranger to most Americans and most people worldwide, to say and to belittle someone or to castrate them or condemn them, if I could say my words right, condemn a person for making a choice and feeling that was their best choice in their eyes, to not vote at all, to vote third party and or otherwise. So I respect it. And more power to you, because even doing that, then feeling like, oh, well, you have to pick either Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton. No, you really don't. There were other people on that ballot. Or like I said, you don't even have to vote at all. That's your right as American. And it's your right, as said in the Constitution. So again, like I said, I just wanted to make that clear. As much as I might disagree a little bit about it, I wholeheartedly, and as Lord knows, respect your decision, because that's the type of person I am. I respect everybody's decision, whether you disagree with me or agree with me. I am that way. But to the election, I was surprised that Donald Trump won. Not as surprised as Hillary supporters and otherwise, but I was surprised. I had a feeling the other night, heading into election day and election night. I had a funny feeling that Donald Trump might be winning this presidency, even with all the pundits and all the rhetoric and everything on TV, saying otherwise, saying at one point that Hillary had a 12-point lead nationally, that she had significant leads in battleground states. I mean, I might not be like the archfiend here on YouTube that has a political degree, but I do keep up on my politics, and I watch each and everything that I feel is important in each and every moment, really, during this whole election, and each and every presidential election, and even otherwise, other elections, every 2 years in Congress, and measures here locally that are brought up that to be on the ballot. I'm always on top of things that way. Try to be as informed as I can, and pick who I feel is best for me personally. So, excuse me. Now, where I think Hillary Clinton had some missteps, just slowly going through this, trying to talk my way through this video. I think for Wisconsin, she kind of thought it was going to be a walk in the park, a home run, that she wasn't too worried about it. She thought she had Wisconsin in the bag. She didn't think of to come back herself. Yes, technically in spirit she was here in Wisconsin when she had her daughter, her husband, and other surrogates in the state. But the last time she was here would not since the primaries. So I think that kind of weaned and bit her in the butt, so to speak, here locally, or here in my state, here in the state of Wisconsin, and how Wisconsin became a big player in the game than she even expected herself, and her supporters and her campaign even felt, because they were worried about the big battleground states, which I understand as well. You want to win them all, of course, whether you're on Team Hillary or Team Donald. Either way, obviously you want to win them all. But I knew it was going to be a fight to the end, fight to the finish, a close call. Because I have a feeling Donald Trump is going to win, and with all the polls and pundits, you can't always go by that. Donald Trump was talking about how he believed things were rigged, and in a way, I understand what he meant now, that it wasn't going to be rigged on election day by voters and the polling stations and stuff like that rigged, that the election would be rigged that way. I think he meant the election is going to be a rigged election because of the media, and now technically I'm part of the media as a YouTuber here, talking sports, politics, and otherwise. I think that showed in what Rachel Maddow did on MSNBC. If you haven't seen that video, look it up on YouTube. Rachel Maddow Meltdown. It's on Twitter, YouTube, wherever. I'm sure you already have seen it. If you don't know, that's fine. I'm not condemning you if you didn't see it. I mean, it took me a while to actually even hear about it myself. Late last night after the election results were over, and I was just scrolling through Twitter, and I found it out that way myself. So I'm not above anything. But I'm just saying, if you haven't seen it, check it out. It's like a 40-second clip. It's not like she said anything vulgar or anything wrong in that way, but just in how it seemed, her tone and what she said, I was just shocked that she said it. I mean, I could still hear it in my head, like I said, because it was a short clip. And she let her true feelings out, and that's, I guess, admirable in that way, showing the way she feels. And I didn't mean to do an eye roll there. It is admirable. I mean, she wants to figure feeling. That was her thoughts at that time. She let it out, but she has to realize that, just like sometimes Donald Trump had to realize, he's running for the president of the United States. There's things you can't do during the process, say or do, verbal or nonverbal, that will make people feel that you might be unfit to be president of the United States. Same thing with Hillary Clinton. And for Rachel Maddow, in the lesser degree, as a pundit, as someone people respect, and I respect, and I still respect her, but maybe I'd respect her maybe just a little bit less after her meltdown or outburst, her being real and keeping it real. It's just unprofessional. Unprofessional, especially at the night of the most important night for America and Americans. I hope I haven't seen anything on Twitter or otherwise, or from MSNBC themselves or NBC, which is obviously the company that overruns MSNBC and otherwise, make any statements about it, or her herself. If she has, let me know. I'm gonna check here if I can have my my chat enabled. And if you are watching this video, like I said, I do political videos ever so often, but this one's going to be the last one for a while, and then I'll be back to sports, my NFL podcast and WWE podcast. But I'm just seeing here if I can get my chat here. But like I said, I was just shocked to see to watch that video, and hearing what Rachel Maddow did or said. Because you got to be professional, especially, or at least while you're on air. If you want to vent or frustration, do it behind closed doors, so to speak. Do it in the comfort of your own home, no one to see, and you can do it there without doing it any other way otherwise. You know what I mean? It would have been better for her. But back on the presidential election, I think it was the silent majority. And the blue collar people of America that really spoke out and had their voice heard for sure. I mean, it's true as ancient that was the case, because that's where Donald Trump was able to win. You look here in the Midwest states. I mean, Donald Trump almost swept in the Midwest, and everything that there. So. It was an amazing feat, an amazing evening. And let's hold on just for a second. Man, it's just amazing. Like I said, I think that's why he won. That's why it's interesting, and the fact that it's shocking to everybody. I mean, as I try to tell people, this morning and stuff, whether person to person or on Twitter. I am on Twitter at politics_WI. I accidentally muted myself there, but anyways, I gave a congratulations tweet to Donald Trump and everything, and now we try to the nation together, but maybe we shouldn't have been so surprised that Donald Trump could win this election and that he would win the re-election election to become the president. The next president of the United States is right now President-elect Trump, because of the movement that he was doing, and kind of the momentum he was getting as well. Going into the election and then when he became a Republican nominee, a few months between that and last night, election night of decision 2016, that he had a good chance to win and beat Hillary Clinton. I mean, it was surprising, yes, but not as surprising as most may think to me. And I, like I said, give congratulations to him. And I hope everybody, whether you were for Hillary Clinton or for Donald Trump, whoever you were for, whoever you voted for, if you didn't vote at all, whatever, I respect your decision. But now it's time to move on, and it's time to have faith that everything will work the way it should. Because to me, I always believe in the thinking of everything happens for a reason, and respect the process, as Hillary Clinton said in her concession speech earlier today. We respect the process, honor the process, because we know that Hillary would have wanted the same from Donald J. Trump if she won. For him to respect the process and the results and have a concession speech of his own and not be sour about losing, not be a sore loser. But like I said, I think it was, like I said, the small, not a small minority, but the quiet ones, I guess you can sort of speak in America, if that makes any sense, that may not have tweeted, Facebooked, or anything about the election, no blogs, no anything, that silently was planning to vote for Donald J. Trump. Maybe even ones that maybe told their friends or family that, hey, okay, I'll be voting for Hillary, or even I'm voting for third party. But in reality, when it came to election day, it came to money where mouth is, voting pen to paper, and making your voice heard through the numbers. They went with Donald Trump, and I figured that I actually saw on CNN and on CBS, actually, they kind of showed the same thing at different times, of course. But of Americans, what they were looking for the next president in the United States was someone that could make real change. And I think that Donald Trump was the one to make that change. And he can make that change, make America great again, as he said, as the tagline was. And the American people believed that, I do believe, seems like, well, obviously with the re-election results that it is, that Donald Trump is best for business, and he was the one picked. Also, Donald Trump is the first WWE Hall of Famer. If I want to, bring this together with my with what my YouTube channel is about, my wrestling and pro football podcasts. But he's a WWE Hall of Famer in the celebrity wing, and now he's president of the United States. A man with no political past, no military past, first president that hasn't held any office or served in any of the armed services to become president of the United States. That doesn't mean he's not qualified. That's just a fact in general, in its own right. So, like I said, I'm surprised, but I'm not shocked that this happened. And the American people spoke, and now country moves forward, right? For me, the night before, I had some issues sleeping. I still didn't make a decision yet who I was going to vote for, actually, which way would I go. I was, back and forth for a while. Like I said, I couldn't sleep. I was thinking really how, which way do I want this country to go? Who do I think is best for business in a business sense? Putting my business hat on like a businessman, I guess in that way. As as sports, as ESPN pundits sometimes say they put their coach's hat on, but me putting my businessman hat on, which way do I feel like is best for this country? And ultimately, I made my decision in the morning while I was having breakfast and watching the last, presidential stuff and coverage in the morning by all the affiliates. Like I said, MSNBC, Fox News, CNN, CBS, and otherwise. All of them. I watch each and every one of them. Some more than others, yes. I do lean one way to the other, of at least on TV, which one I would like to watch. But I do watch them all because I want to hear from all points of views, all people talking, just like how I like to have that for my podcast. I like to have more people part of the show in the Hangouts or in the chats. Again, why I'm trying to grow my channel and grow subscribers. Because for the YouTube community, for YouTube Nation here, I feel that I'm a great candidate to be, I guess myself, to be a mainstay here on YouTube and to be a serious, I was going to say serious contender, but you know what I mean, top mainstay here on YouTube, but for the future. Because like I said, I'm a respectful person, I'm a honest person, and if I have disagreements with people, I talk it out with them, during the episodes or whatever. I'll do it in a respectful way, like I will be next week for my Survivor Series pay-per-view prediction episode on Steve's Wrestling Ramble, my WWE Pro Wrestling podcast. But here, back to the election. Seeing the well, not just the electoral map, the electoral colleges, but the popular vote. And Hillary Clinton in the end won that. But seeing how close that was, razor sharp, thin, close, it literally legitimately split the nation in half, right down the middle. Of course, that's what that means, splitting it in half, 50-50. But that's pretty much what happened. A nation divided because of this election. This is the craziest election ever. Twists and turns, backs and forths. Donald Trump saying crazy stuff. Hillary Clinton doing things that may not have been best for her. Looking back now, the FBI and the emails and other and Donald Trump and the video that came out about him and all this other stuff back and forth for both campaigns, positively and negatively, and whatever, and all the political rhetoric as well, and their speeches on stump, but it ended the way that may be surprising, but we had a fair, correct election, as in Donald Trump won fair and square, and its results and move forward, right? Like I said, for me, I didn't make my decision to who I was going to vote for till the morning of election day and election night, and even while I was waiting in line in my polling area, talking to a couple of people around me about it and about general topics as well. Of them, be taking a while to make a decision which way they would go as well. If you want to know who I voted for, welcome to ask me in the comment section below, or on Twitter, or on Facebook. Either way, I might share that. I don't know. Usually I don't like to share who I voted for. This video is just in general of a reaction of Donald Trump. I would have the same title for if it was Hillary Clinton, talking positive and negatively about everything for both candidates, because that's how I am in the way, in a moderate way of thinking, to be quite honest, though. But still, because I'm always respect both sides. May the best person and the best candidate win, and go from there. But if you want to know who I voted for, no hesitation, you're welcome to ask me, and maybe I'll share that either in the next video or in the comment section. I don't know. I mean, it is what it is there. But like I said, I wanted to dress up for the occasion. Welcome to like the video, subscribe to the channel, of course. It is a sports talk network. I do mostly talk sports, but wanted to talk about this election. Can't really hide from it. Other YouTubers are, that usually don't talk politics, stuck into it because of the election that it was. And that's a good thing about it, to be quite honest. And to be honest as well, Donald Trump is the one that's bringing all these people together and talking about the election and more voting and the voter turnouts nationally, let alone just state to state, of course. And to talk about it on Twitter and on Facebook and otherwise, and even conversation and stuff like that between family members, in households worldwide, or in general. And this election really bringing that out in people, and me, like I said, I was in a long line in my voting area, polling place. As much as that sucked, it was also good because it meant more people were there, and finding out here locally that in the history for our constituency, specifically in where I live within Wisconsin, had the highest voting turnout for a presidential election in a long time. So specifically there. But like I said, I wanted to give my thoughts on that. I had some things on my chest I wanted to share, because I know I've been seeing people's reactions on Twitter and Facebook. Otherwise, I see it. Doesn't, just because I don't comment it doesn't mean I don't see it. And I can understand how Team Hillary supporters, are upset and angered and otherwise about the results, but respect the process, respect the results, because Hillary Clinton herself did. Now you yourself may as well in time, hopefully, as well. So again, like I said, I just wanted to share my thoughts on this race, on the results. Congratulations to Donald J. Trump, now President-elect Trump. And as of January 20th in 2017, he would just be known as President Donald Trump. So thank you for watching. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, or otherwise, welcome to leave in the comment section below. Share this video to wherever you want to share it to the news outlets that I've been talking about here. I didn't really mean to bash them, but I was just saying, I mean, even them themselves were talking about how they need to change things, and heading into the 2020 election and otherwise, how of the polling and everything, that isn't doesn't mean anything's etched in stone. It's just, it can be very created by anybody. But share this video, but share it to Donald Trump, share it to whoever, because get my name, get my channel out there, and definitely, like I said, I wanted to do a video here sharing my thoughts, like the Archfiend, like some other YouTubers have already done, on their thoughts on the win of Donald Trump, and theirs I know might be more entertaining than mine, and theirs might be more louder voice, screaming, maybe even swearing, whatever of theirs. But I do a different approach, whether it's monotone or boring or whatever people think. And again, I respect that because people are entitled to their opinion. Not everybody's gonna like you. Just like I talked about people getting over it of, if you were a Hillary Clinton supporter, well, I got over it, people didn't like me as well. But this is how I do things, this is how I do my videos and my channel, how I run my channel in a respectful way, in a relaxed way, and hopefully everybody likes and respects me for me doing things that way as well. But I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day. Again, welcome to share this video, and otherwise, let the whole world hear it and watch it, and share their thoughts, because like I said, I feel that I'm smart enough and have the platform here to share my thoughts on anything and everything. That includes the election results, 2016 election, and the winner being Donald J. Trump over Hillary Clinton. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your week. I'll be back here with my podcast soon in the future. And as always, take care.